Rhoda, did you get rammed?
What's going on, y'all? It's Nick with Bear Family Farms. Today we're out here taking a look at the billies. We got pretty much all of them pulled off, all the bigger ones off the nannies. Their body condition reflects so. There's our Devil's River billy. We pulled him off of some nannies here yesterday at a herd we have about 30 miles down the road. So he's been working the last 70-80 days or so in about I don't know, we got pastures pretty good size, 30 acres, 40 acre pasture. He's looking pretty good, held his body condition pretty well. Pretty happy with that. And we've got some kids in here that have stayed back. We had a lot more kids about a month or two ago, but with the way the weather's been and forage availability and the hay that we were able to get our hands on and feed and whatnot, we sold some off. But all these threw a little feed out on the ground just to try and get a little video of them. But they're looking good. Pretty excited about a couple of these. Dennis there bred some nannies this couple of weeks ago. He got pulled off. We put Bruce over some nannies, which is that one right there. Kerjack, Snape. Kerjack's that big brown one. Snape's this black one. And then Maui's this big paint here. Overall, I'd say Maui held his body condition the best for the conditions that he was in. He had about 75 nannies in a pasture that was really rocky and pretty much totally uphill. And I mean, he was out there, what I think we might have thrown a little hay out there 2 or 3 times during the I don't know, 70-day period that he was on those nannies. And other than that, all he was eating was some stockpile forage and acorns, and he was looking he looks pretty good, pretty darn good. He is 2018, so he'll be 5 in the spring. And then Kerjack is a year or 2 older than him. So based on these two, they're similar in age, but he definitely kept his condition better than Kerjack did. And that's something we like to see and document and over time. But Kerjack's pretty special. He's a special goat. We can get into that, but if you guys want to know why, just give us a shout and we'll tell you why. But and then Snape, he's that black one. Right, where's the camera? Right there is born in, I think, a white tag, so that's 2019. So he'll be 3 in the spring. We found, for the most part, the black goats, whatever genetic they carry, the Kensing black goats are usually a little bit smaller than all the other ones. We haven't quite figured out why, but I'm okay with a lean goat like that, a lean athletic goat. But I think here, when he turns 3 in the spring, from 3 to 4, he'll really start to blossom up. Usually about that 18-month range is when those billies start, which is what he's at. He's coming on 2 years old. They start to blossom. They start to grow and get big. And then he's a little spooked out. But yeah.
little bit about, this is actually one of our first dogs that we ever got, Ruger. He's kind of the very first male we got. We had one dog before him, but they were kind of at the same time. So Ruger was the first, so he's one of the oldest we have. He's not very old. He's probably only about 4 years old, give or take. So he is definitely the top dog around. He's more of a quiet but patroller. He will stay with the goats, but at the same time will do a lot of patrolling. And then we have Bonnie, who also is around 3 now, and she definitely enjoys patrolling as well. So usually these two, we don't always pair them up just because we want to have one that likes to stay back and one that goes out and goes on the fence lines and checks out things, and then when predators are near, they kind of team up. But when you put these two together, they do end up one staying back and one patrolling, but they'll take shifts and change and go back and forth. And then we have a pup who's over there checking out the newest Billy that we just put in this slot, and so he's still learning manners, and that Billy's telling him, I don't like you coming that close to me. So of course, you know, we put in a lot of time with them, but the goats train them as well, especially when you put them with older Billies. So this Billy just kind of gave him a headbutt or towards him, saying, get away from me. And so he respected his decision, and now the dog's leaving him alone. But what we do is, Coda here, he has been with another dog of ours named Rip for the last couple months as he's been growing. And then, so we rotated him around, and so we put Bonnie and Ruger in here to get Ruger away from another pup, so that way we don't have them ganging up as a team and learning to work with any dog we put with them. Although they may not be their favorite dog to be with and might not be their BFF, but they will learn to work together, and they will figure out their differences, and most of the time it's just a lot of noise and they'll get up on their back feet and fight. But 9 out of 10 times they won't ever mean anything too serious. There is never any blood when we have any fights with them. But Bonnie's top in the females and Ruger's top in the males. So, and they respect that. Every now and then we have them try and displace them, but they've held strong, and I'm sure they will for quite a few years because they're still so young. But with that pup, he's gonna be really big, but he's a very passive dog. He's just one of the ones that wants to stay with the goats, kind of mind his business, and then will do what he needs to do when it comes down to it, because we've seen him definitely try and do his job, but he's still a baby. He's not even a year old yet, not close. So, but he's big. See, there he is meeting that goat, and that goat wants to walk through. So Coda's gonna move, give him some space. And so now we're gonna go this way. No idea where we're going. Ruger's over there checking something out. We have another dog we're moving to a new pasture, so she's whining, and so they're going to check her out, make sure nothing's happening. But so main thing is that we rotate our dogs around just so that way they can learn to work with one another in different settings, different pastures, sizes, anything like that. So it just helps them learn from one another. Old dogs can learn new tricks, so putting them with different dogs helps them tremendously and keeps the balance within the herd. So